The streets never forget a king. And sometimes, the dead don't stay buried. Darkness. Sirens scream in the background. A slow shot of an empty city skyline fades in. Then, quick flashes, blood on the floor, shattered glass, and the back of a man walking into the shadows. Asterisk, they thought Ghost was gone. Everyone did. Shot, left to die in a cold club. A funeral that never really showed us the body. A chapter closed. Or so we believed, but something doesn't feel right anymore. Tommy's in Chicago now, building his own empire. New city, new enemies. But even he can't escape the past. Whispers in the street say someone's watching. Someone who knows every move before it's made. Someone who's done this all before. And the name being whispered again is Ghost. Asterisk clips of Tommy looking over his shoulder, checking his gun, staring at old photos flash across the screen. A mysterious figure appears on surveillance footage, face hidden. Voice messages glitch with static, but one word cuts through. James. Asterisk, this ain't just a memory. This feels like a warning. Asterisk, the world of power never leaves room for peace. Every step forward costs blood. And when the balance shifts, the legends come back to restore order or destroy it. Asterisk, a shadow moves past a mirror. A suit jacket laid neatly on a bed. Ghost's iconic voice echoes, low and calm. Asterisk, you can't outrun who you are. Asterisk, then, silence. Just the sound of a ticking clock. Asterisk, could it be him? Could Ghost really return? Asterisk, or is someone using his name to send a message? Asterisk, this season, nothing is safe. No one is untouchable. And the game is wide open again? Before we look ahead, we need to rewind to the moment everything changed. Asterisk, James St. Patrick. Club owner, father, politician, drug kingpin. But to the streets, he was something more. He was power. Everyone wanted to be him. Everyone wanted to take him down. And in the end, it wasn't an enemy that pulled the trigger, was family. His own son Tariq, asterisk, one bullet, one body, one massive lie that covered it all. Asterisk, after Ghost's death, everything fell apart. Tasha went to prison. Tariq was forced deeper into the drug game. Enemies from all sides came hunting. But Ghost's name still held weight. Even from the grave, people feared what he built and what could come back. Then Tommy disappeared. No goodbye, no funeral attendance. Just gone. Word spread. He left New York and started over in Chicago. But Tommy never forgets. He never forgives. And deep down, even if he doesn't say it, Ghost's death left a hole in him. A wound that never healed. Asterisk, fast forward to Power Book 4. Fours. We see Tommy trying to build a new empire in the heart of Chicago. New crews, new deals, new rules. But even here, in a new city, the past keeps creeping in. Enemies remember his old ties. And friends. Most are dead or turned on him. Still, Tommy keeps moving, building brick by brick. Asterisk, but this new life, it's not as fresh as it seems. Asterisk, season 2 hinted at something deeper. Quiet moments when Tommy looked lost. Conversations about the past that cut deeper than bullets. Ghost's name started popping up again like a ghost that won't stay buried. Some characters even said it out loud. What if he's not really dead? Asterisk, we never saw the body. No full close-up, no open casket. Just a lot of people saying he was gone, but none who saw it for themselves. Asterisk, and in this world, unless you see a body, nothing is for sure. Asterisk, so here we are on the edge of season 3. Tommy's stronger, sharper, and more dangerous than ever. But what happens when the only man he truly feared might still be alive? Asterisk, the past is knocking. The streets are whispering. Asterisk, and Ghost. Asterisk, he might be coming home. Asterisk, you can kill a man. But a legend, that's much harder to bury. Asterisk, ever since Ghost died, fans have been talking. Something about his death never felt complete. No full body shot. No autopsy, no real closure, just a final fall. And then, the story moved on. But in the world of power, when things feel unfinished, they usually are. Let's talk theories. The biggest one, Ghost faked his death. Asterisk, think about it. Ghost was smarter than anyone gave him credit for. He had backup plans for his backup plans. He was planning to go legit, to run for office. He knew enemies were closing in. Tasha, Tariq, Tommy, Dre, Tate. The list was long. What if he saw it all coming? What if he let it happen? Asterisk, some fans believe that Ghost wore a bulletproof vest that night, that the blood was staged, that Ramona helped cover it up. Others point to how quickly the club was cleared, how fast the narrative shifted. No real investigation. No leaks, just silence. Asterisk, and now, strange things are happening in Chicago. Asterisk, in season 2 of Force, Tommy starts to get paranoid. He keeps looking, over his shoulder. He feels watched. A few scenes show him reacting to something or someone that isn't there. Then there's the burner phone that rings in the middle of the night. No voice. Just breathing. Asterisk, in episode 9, fans spotted a figure in the background of a parking garage. It was only for a second. But the build, the walk, it looked like Ghost. The internet lit up with freeze frames and slow motion edits. Still no proof. But in Power, they love to plant seeds long before the bloom. Then there's the symbol. A black chess piece. The king. It showed up twice last season, once carved into a wall, once in a gift box delivered to a crew leader who betrayed Tommy. No note. No explanation. Just the piece. And who loved playing chess. Ghost, it might be misdirection. It might be someone trying to play God, with old legends. But if it's real, if James St. Patrick is alive, then everything changes. Asterisk, because Ghost doesn't come back for nothing. If he's alive, he's moving with purpose, power, revenge, legacy, maybe even to take Tariq back under his wing or put him 6 feet under. Asterisk, so what do we believe? Asterisk, some say it's just rumor. Others say it's the storm before the return. But one thing's for sure. Asterisk, if Ghost is alive, he's been watching and he's been waiting. If Ghost really is alive, the question isn't just how, it's why. Asterisk, James St. Patrick didn't just disappear. If he faked his death, it had to be for a reason bigger than survival, bigger than fear. Ghost was always 3 moves ahead. Always thinking like a king, not a soldier. So if he's been hiding all this time, then his return wouldn't be random, it would be war. Let's start with motive number 1. Tariq. Ghost loved his son, but their relationship was broken. Betrayal, lies, and finally, that final shot. But what if Ghost sees what Tariq has become, a new version of him? Cold and calculated, trapped in the same cycle of drugs and power he once tried to escape. What if Ghost didn't die with hate, but with hope that his son would rise? Asterisk, and now, maybe he sees it's time to come back. Not to destroy Tariq, but to save him. From the life, from himself. Or maybe, it's the opposite. Maybe Ghost believes Tariq went too far. Maybe forgiveness isn't in the cards anymore. A return not to guide him but to bring him down. Asterisk, second motive, unfinished business. Asterisk, Ghost was building something bigger than drugs. He had political power, respect. He was getting close to something no one from the streets ever touched, legitimacy, but death cut that short. If he's alive, he might want to take back what was his. Clean money, real power. And who's standing in the way now? Councilman Tate, the people who filled the vacuum after Ghost's fall. His enemies dressed as leaders. Asterisk, Ghost never liked chaos. He believed in order, in structure. Maybe he's watching Chicago, seeing how wild things have gotten with Tommy, the Serbs, the CBI, the Flynn family. Maybe he's planning to step in not as a kingpin but as a new kind of ruler. One with a suit instead of a ski mask. Asterisk, and then, there's Tommy. Asterisk, brother, partner, traitor. Ghost's return might not be about Tariq or business, it could be personal. Tommy left New York with Ghost's blood still warm on the floor. He didn't go to the funeral. He didn't ask questions. He just disappeared. Asterisk, what if Ghost wants answers? Asterisk, or revenge. Asterisk, imagine that scene, Tommy in Chicago, standing face to face with the man he thought was dead. Guns drawn. No words. Just the weight of everything that's never been said. The heartbreak. The betrayal. The love. Asterisk, and maybe that's what season 3 is building toward, a final clash. Ghost versus Tommy. Brother versus brother. Past versus present. Asterisk, and when he does, nothing will be the same. Asterisk, if Ghost returns, he won't just shake things up, he'll detonate everything. Asterisk, because Ghost wasn't just a man. He was a symbol. His choices, his power, his downfall, they all left marks on the people who knew him, and if word gets out that he's alive, every corner of this universe will react. Let's start with Tommy. Tariq has grown into his father's shoes. Smart, sharp, ruthless, but inside, he's broken. Always running, always surviving. If Ghost returns, it will crush everything he's built. The guilt, the confusion, the anger. A son who killed his father might now have to face him in flesh and blood. Asterisk, is it redemption? Tariq wants. Asterisk, or revenge? Asterisk, Tasha, Brayden, Two-Bit, Tate, even Effie, they all have pieces of Ghost in their stories. Each of them will have to choose, stand with the past, or protect what they've built. Because Ghost won't ask for loyalty. He'll take it. He always did. Asterisk, even the new players, in Chicago, Claudia Flynn, Diamond, Jennard, the Serbs, they won't know what hit them. A man like Ghost doesn't enter quietly. He studies, he waits. Then he strikes. And when he does, he leaves no room for mercy. So what happens in Season 3? Because if Ghost walks back into this world, he doesn't come for peace. He comes for control. Asterisk, and in a city full of criminals, killers, and kings, one legend is enough to flip the board. Asterisk, the final shot. Asterisk, a dark alley. A figure in a long coat. The back of his head, slow walk into the light. A voice calm, dangerous, familiar. Did you miss me? Screen fades to black. Text appears. Asterisk.